Good evening, everybody. My name is Victoria Bikowska, and I'm the founder of Victory Art, and I'm super happy that you join us today. It is a very special occasion because it was International Earth Day, and at the same time, we're going to present to you a very, very special artist. If I can be very honest, she's personally one of my most favorite artists, who is in Victory Art family at this point, and I just keep enjoying her art very much. Not because it's just completely amazing, but at the same time because her art has a very special touch, which is connected with International Earth Day. However, first, before we start, I would love to tell you a little bit more about Victory Art. So, we're actually a platform which is connecting emerging Eastern European artists, and we're helping talented people, like, for example, Jagoda, who we have today with us, or Andra, who we hosted 2 weeks ago here, come to the global art market. We created this amazing platform where we're hosting over 1,500 art pieces and more than 100 artists at this point. Our artists are from all over the Central and Eastern Europe, as you can see on the map, and we're exactly focusing on the countries which are not very visible on the art market, and we're bringing light to these specific regions. We are supporting artists who are focusing on fine art, so mainly paintings, drawings, photographs, and mixed media. And we're very, very interested in showing people everything what's unique in Central and Eastern Europe, a huge variety of art pieces, and at the same time, we're supporting even artists who are disabled or who are young, or artists who are even from like a little bit um, underdog environment. At the same time, on our platform, you can see as well 24 karat gold art pieces. You can find their sustainable art pieces, and even you can find art merchandise. A few weeks ago, we started a very cool project, and right now, when you go to our platform, you can see there even art pieces in AR form. So if you have iOS, or you can have basically iPhone or iPad or anything which is supporting iOS, you can just go to our website, you can click on your favorite art piece, and you can see any of our art pieces on your own wall in your own place. We had a lot of questions about this, and we have here as well many Android users, so don't worry, we're working on that as well, and we're bringing it closer to you in a short while. However, right now, today, I would love to talk to Jagoda, and I would love to introduce to you Jagoda. So, Jagoda, if you can join me here on the stage. Hi, Jagoda.
Hi
Super
everyone.
happy having
Thank
you here.
you. Thank you all for coming to listen to me. Um, so maybe I will start and talk about a little bit of myself. I am basically a mixed media artist working mostly in sustainable materials, and I am based in Poznań, Poland. At the moment, I am still a student in the Fine Arts University in Poznań, but actually I'm doing a diploma this year, so I will be graduating. However, I have still plans to continue my study, maybe on some other fields, but still focusing on my art career. What I will love to talk the most is the fact that I am trying to work in my sustainability in my art pieces, and mostly about the fact the materials that I am using are mostly, and I've think 100% from them are from recycled pieces, and such as plastic bags, like any kind of plastic materials, but also I use all recycled woods as well, and old prints that I did a couple years ago sometimes. I think it's the most important fact about my artworks is the fact that I am thinking about what's in my art, not only what I am showing to the viewers, but also the fact how does it come from, and every little item have the meaning for me, and it's not like it's there for no reason. It's actually for some important facts that I need to show to the society, and just have the power to inform everyone how much eco awareness is important to me.
Hmm. Jagoda, before we go further, can you tell us more about your beginnings? Because, of course, I know your works. I know you personally for a long time. However, today I went back to your profile at Victory Art after a longer time, and one thing which really caught my attention was that you said that you loved art always. Like there was not a specific point when you started liking art. There was nothing specific what happened in your life to make you fall in love with art, but you just said like, yeah, I was born with this passion. Can you tell us more about this? What does it mean? Because not many people have it.
Um, I think it will be hard for me to explain my childhood as much as I would love to, but I can mostly remember the parts when I was actually doing something creative, and I think it was the time that I felt the best, basically, and this is how I developed the special bond with the art, I think. And yeah, I don't think there was like some special time in my life that I just thought, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, maybe I had a point that I am taking it more seriously now, but I think like since I was a child, I wanted to create, and I was this one girl that was still painting after the paint, like the art class, and I just didn't want to go out from there, and I think it's still on me somehow. I don't want to go out from this part of my life.
Mm. Jagoda, you mentioned that you're studying in on University of Fine Arts in Poznan, in Poland. Why you made decision to actually become a professional artist? Many artists just keep art as a hobby. Why you made this decision to become a professional artist and really study at the art academy?
I think I needed to have some more experience, and at that time, I thought it was the best idea to do it and have the professional supervisor to help me with that, actually. And I just wanted to have that society also experience, that I wanted to meet more people in my age doing the same art and have the same kind of passion as I was feeling at that time, and just just have it all. Like I don't didn't want to do it the halfway. I just wanted to like go full on.
That sounds great. Hmm. What was the milestone you felt in your art career? Was it actually when you started studying at the art university? Was there something specific? What changed in your art career after you started studying?
I kind of think I didn't check my milestone yet. I kind of feel it's only the beginning for me. I feel as myself as a really young and unexperienced artist because I think there is so much work for me, and I know that maybe I am working hard already, but don't feel like I don't feel like I'm experienced enough, and I don't know if maybe that's a part of me that wants to like be in the process all the time, and I take a lot of pleasure from that. That I am still in the process, but yeah, I think it's only the beginning for me.
Hmm. One of the most unique traits about you is the fact that you're doing sustainable art. As topic of sustainability is becoming a very hot topic in the past few years. However, it's not that popular in the art industry yet. And I have to proudly say that you're one of a very, very, very few artists from Victory Art who is really working with sustainable materials. What inspired you to work on, to actually starting to work with sustainable materials, to reuse old materials, and to create such an interesting abstract art pieces out of it?
I think from from a long time ago, I was interested in like eco awareness and also maybe in sustainability, but also about the climate change. And I think it's a really big topic for me, and it's not heard enough. And I just want to express that with my art. And it's mostly about the pieces that I am using, the plastic materials, the old plastic bags, but it's also the fact that I can show plastic as something special and beautiful, not only the piece you put in the trash, but also about the fact that it can be something different. You can transfer the meaning of the plastic if we only can. Like that's what I'm trying to express with my art.
In the beginning of our discussion, you were mentioning different materials you're usually using. Can you give us more specific examples and tell us what kind of art pieces you created out of it?
Yeah, this one that is actually showing at this point at the presentation, still searching, is made of black plastic bag. It's actually not one piece, but many pieces put it together, and I made it as a canvas from the scratch. So I basically stretched the plastic on a wooded canvas, and in the center of the page there is actually an old print of mine that I did a long time ago, and in a kind of the purpose of that was the combining the old piece of plastic with the old print and combining together with the acrylic paint that kind of pop up the color. And also the print is like melted with the piece, so it's not like you can see the difference. It's actually the print is under the layer of the another plastic, so it's like it's still a plastic canvas. It's not the point of them, like there's not, it's a mixed material, but it's not like there's, you can see the difference of the mixed medium. Yeah.
I know that back in Poland you're working as well on um, a more, how to say it, like a contemporary art pieces. I know that that a few weeks ago you worked on a conceptual store in Poznań, if I remember correctly the name of the city. You actually created an installation from used plastic bags. Can you tell people more about this?
Yeah, I'm also working in different kind of mediums and forms. I'm working also on sculptures at the moment, like my newest projects are about that, but I am doing also the installation. Um, Working on my diploma is also about the installation. It's kind of representation of the scale also. Like the painting can be with the meaning of them can be an expression of this topic, but I can feel that if there is an installation that it's um, more like you can feel it, like you can feel the scale of it, you can also feel the scale of the problem, and it's a really big actually the topic for me to show and to express the fact that the topic that I am putting out there it's not heard enough, and you can see that in many views of the climate change is changing. The amount of the plastic bags that are floating in the oceans is dramatic. The view of that is dramatic, and I don't feel like it's so easy to see that. And in my art like installation, I also wanted to feel the power of that, the amount of that in the installation. Yeah.
If we should think about the bigger impact of the art you create, what would you like to tell people? What they should change? What are you trying to express with it? And what they should take from your art?
What I'm trying to tell the most, I think, is to just listen and to be a better observer of the world. Like, you need to hear what's happening around you. It's not the problem um, that maybe there's a lot of problems in the world, I know, and it's hard to tell them all, but you kind of need to feel the problems and feel that you can have the change on your own and you are not like just one person. The one person you are, you can change a lot, and I feel like the awareness I'm trying to put out there is the most I can do. And also it helped me as a person on my own. Like I am trying to make just a little bit of a change, and this is my idea of me being as an artist.
I really love it. I became a very big fan of sustainability and as well a very big fan of sustainable art, mainly in the past year. And this is such an important topic for all of us because I think that society is kind of divided between like two groups. So first group is really thinking about the sustainability, we're really thinking about the consequences of our actions, and other people are really not like thinking about creating waste, about the consequences of their actions, about what's happening with our nature and with our oceans. And I think if art connects with such a strong and powerful vision as sustainability, and if people really, you know, connect these two amazing things, which normally would not be connected, it can create such stunning things. The art piece which we see right now on the screen is personally one of my most favorite art pieces from you, Jagoda. Can you tell us more about this piece?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, by the way, for your kindly words. This piece is actually a really special one for me. It was made with a lot of meaning and power. The title of this is Just Lost, and the layers that is overlapping on this piece is really the most what I can express with this feeling. I think I put a lot of emotions to my work, and it's the best way to show them in this one. Like you can see the peak of the colors beneath the black layer, but it's still like the whole piece. It's just maybe showing you that you're lost at some point, but it's all in you, and it's all just the process of you being you. And I think it's the best description of this one.
Mm. And what are your goals as an artist for the future? Like, what would you like to achieve? Would you like to continue in creating sustainable art pieces, or would you like to maybe even change your medium?
Yeah, I will definitely continue with my sustainable art. I think, like I said before, I think it's all in the beginning for me. I don't know if I in I am into big scale. I mostly believe that I can work on the pieces for myself also, and it's kind of the process and like self-awareness for me too. I can really develop myself throughout my art, and I think that the best way to see the goals for me is to just to let it be as it is and just work on my own and see how it all turns out without any bigger expectation or hopes, just being as I am and developing my own skills and experience.
My very last question will be, why are your art pieces so colorful? That's one of the things I enjoy the most. When I look at your art pieces, for me, it like brings a lot of energy and like enthusiasm and positivity. Is this intention, or is it like not your intention, or is it basically just your color preferences, or why is it like this?
So yeah, if you actually meet me in person, I'm a really energetic person, and I believe a lot about the energy of the colors, and I just feel like you can express with colors your emotion the most, and this is how I work with them in my art. I try to focus on the feeling that I am working on at the moment, like working with myself at the moment. And this is how the pieces turn out. It's not just some random colors that I'm using. It's definitely not that. I'm putting a lot of thought to the colors and the like shades of them mostly. Like I want to show you the contrast, and because they are all colorful, it's basically meaning that I am not a one mood person. It's the mix of it all, and this is how I would like people to imagine me too. I'm just a mix of the emotion, and as sometimes everyone is, so it is the expression of that.
Thank you so much, Jagoda, for joining us today. Where can people find you? Where can they reach out to you?
Yeah, so I have my Instagram account. The one is called Kalisz Jagoda, basically. That has my surname and name. And my personal one is Kalisz. I know it's maybe hard to hear it with my accent, but I hope you'll also find me on the Victoria Art page to see the details about me.
Mhm. And the Jagoda has as well her own merch on Victoria Art website. And so you can even go there, check it out, and get cool hoodies, mugs, or bags from her own merch. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. And if you have any questions, now you can ask them. You can either raise your hand and actually tell us what would you like to ask Yakoda, or you can write it in the chat. I'm gonna give you a few seconds to actually write question in the chat or raise your hand. And even if you want, Jagoda will still stay with us here for a few minutes so you can ask her directly your questions. Okay. In this case, if no one has any question, thank you so much, and do not forget to join us for the next event, which is going to take place in 3 weeks. So, see you then, guys. Have a nice evening.